G'day folks, welcome to another PTP fishing, and I'm back on the saltwater again. The trip out with Aaron inspired me. Looking for a feeder flathead, hopefully pick up a few bream like I did the other day. Who knows what's going to happen. I haven't fished this area for a very long time. It feels like forever. So quick shout out to Alan, who I met at the boat ramp. Come and said g'day. Said he's been doing all right here, and he's a subscriber of the channel, so thank you, and I hope you caught plenty of fish today as well. I've got nothing else to say, but welcome to another PTP fishing. Let's see how I go. Well, it's always nice to get the first cast away. Fishing has begun. Yep, there we go. First fish, not a big fish. I thought I had a bite the first cast, to be honest with you. There we go, what a cracking way to start the day. So there we are, just on legal, right on 40 centimetres that fish, so what a fantastic way to start the morning. See you later, buddy. Yep, there's a fish. Oh, he's a little bit better. Oh, come in this boat. What a very positive start to the morning it's been. Haven't been here all that long, and there's that fish. What I've gone with today lure-wise is it's a squidgy prawn, but it's a paddle tail. So I think they're about 80 mil long, so they're quite big. But the one thing I noticed when I was fishing with Aaron, lots of prawns in the system. So I assumed that a lot of these guys would be eating prawns, so why not put a prawn lure on? Anyway, great little start to the morning. I think that's most probably my first eater for the day, so this one will go on ice and we'll get back to the fishing. Throw one out to the side. Always have a bit of luck when you throw them out to the side, coming across the current a bit. There he is. What did I say about throwing across the current? Feels alright, this one. All about the same size. He definitely wanted it, this guy. Came back for a second go. So there it is, just another just legal fish. Pop him back in the water. See you, buddy. Rightio, let's try this side cast again, he says. One more, a little bit further back. Oh, there was a tap. I don't think that was a flathead, it was more of a rat-a-tat-tat. Flathead's more of a distinct thunk when they grab your plastic. It was more likely a brim or something a bit smaller, I think. So one thing you would have noticed first up this morning is because it's quite a big run outside this morning, I'm actually hopping the plastic, well, hopping it as in it's a wind and a lift just to move the plastic, but the idea behind that is to keep it close to the bottom, because the flathead, because of the amount of current that's here, the flathead are looking for something to go shooting past them, and then they'll decide whether they want to eat it or not. So I'm just trying to mimic that. And obviously the flathead are on the bottom, so I want my lure to be as close to the bottom as possible. So that's why I'm fishing the way I am. Normally I do quite large hops and that sort of thing, but I always start when there's this much current. I always start with that sort of low wind and hop retrieve, and this morning it's paid off. Oh, goodness. Try that again. There's definitely something over there other than a flathead, I think. Yep, there's a flathead though. Show yourself. They're all about that same size. Come here, my little friend. Nice. Very nice. So there that fish is. Like I said, they're all pretty much the same size. And look at that. He really wanted it. It was right in there. But yes, it's been a solid start to the morning. Let's hope it continues. Alright, so that little sideways cast worked a treat again, so let's give it another go. Oh, don't. There's something over there. There's obviously flathead over there, as we've seen, but I think there's something smaller as well. That's not what we're after. We're not after smaller, we're after bigger. So give that one more cast and we'll keep moving around. But it's pretty cool that the fish are definitely fired up so far this morning. Let's try the other side, he says. Yep, there we go. One on that side as well. Smaller fish this one, but it's all right. Every fish is welcome. Every fish is welcome. It's just nice to see the fish are active this morning. Well, I've got a bit of time because I've got to retie that leader. I don't know if you can see that, but certainly that flathead has chewed my leader quite badly. Just wanted to show you that lure there. So that's an 80mm squidgy prawn in a paddle tail. The one thing I like about these guys is, I don't know if you can see that, or hopefully you can see that, is those really glowing sort of eyes. And if you've ever shined a torch on a prawn, it's the eyes that pop out like you wouldn't believe. So Shimano's done a really good job of, I guess, recreating that. And as you've seen so far this morning, that lure's worked really well. So time to retie that leader. Might be time for a little cross cast again. My little first light bite has shut down all of a sudden. Oh, look at that. I spoke too soon, didn't I? That fish actually picked it up on the drop, would you believe? Again, most probably just legal or just under fish, but that's all right. It's most probably been 15-20 minutes since the last bite, so every bite is welcome. So there you are, 42 centimetres. So again, a lot of the fish have been sort of this size. They've all been sort of that 40, 41, 42. See you later. It's interesting with this side cast, particularly on this side, there's a lot more current. So it's taking a lot longer. Even though I've got a 3/8 ounce jig head on, it's taking much longer to get to the bottom. So you've got to assume that any fish that are sitting in that stronger current flow are they're either going to eat it or they're not. So they've got to make a decision. So very interesting indeed. The other side I can kind of understand because there's not as much current, but here must be the food highway. Yeah. God, that took a while. And it has been a long time between drinks, that fish. Been contemplating plastic changes, I've been contemplating all sorts of stuff. Just because the bites have really slowed down. That first light bite that I had was outstanding, but it's definitely slowed down now, and the bites have got far more tentative. But this guy wanted it, but again, all the other ones had the lure well in its mouth. This one's only just on the top lip. Anyway, he's in the boat. Quickly show you what I mean. So that fish there, I've only just got him in that, I mean, it's never going to come off, it's just behind the bone and the front of the mouth, but that's the difference in the bites. All of the others earlier on this morning, they were well in the fish's mouth. That one I've only just snuck in behind the front jaw there, so the bite has changed. So there he is, 425 that fish. 425. See ya. Okay, so that fish destroyed the plastic, so just changed plastics. It's still a squidgy prawn, but I think it's a little bit bigger, and this time it's a curl tail, or a wriggle tail as they call them. Let's see if this guy works as well as the last one. feels different. What is this? Oh, it's about a flathead, that's what that is. He's just sitting there shaking his head. Look at this guy. Oh, that's a much better fish. They're the ones we came for. Just come nicely into this net, please. Oh, wow. That's a beautiful fish, that one. Yeah. So that's the fish I was waiting for. There it is. I don't know if you can see that wriggler in its mouth there. Yeah, 53 centimetres, so that's by far the biggest fish for the day. Sort of a plan comes together. As I said, the curly tail just sticks to the bottom a little bit better when you're fishing deeper water and more current, so just less resistance, but there's still plenty of movement in the plastic. So cracking fish, stoked with that. It's been a good morning. The bites are, sorry, it's been a good morning. The bites are less frequent now, but if they turn into fish like this, I've got no dramas at all. Tempting fade a little bit here with the battery in the camera, but because there's not a lot of battery left, but can only hope there's a few more fish that size around. It's a good sign, sort of. It's a big step up from a 42 to a 53. Yeah, wondered why it felt different, is because he didn't come, he just sort of sat there and shook his head. Always a good sign. Don't know what this is. Just a flatty. Just started to wind in. He's grabbed it on the retrieve. It's another one of those smaller ones. Yeah, curly tail's doing its job. Gosh. Oh, pants me. No. Just hit it again. Boo. Oh, no. I reckon he hit that 3 times, that fish. Obviously just grabbed the tail each time. It is quite a big plastic. It's a 180 or 110 mil plastic, so obviously didn't get all the way in its gob. So I'm getting a lot of little tentative bites, so I'm going to put some scent on my plastic, see if I can make them attack a little bit more aggressively, or at least want to eat the whole thing. So a lot of people say that flathead scent doesn't work. Well, I believe it does, so I don't really care what everybody else says. Anyway, scent it up, time to get back into it. That feels like something a bit more solid. Oh, that sat there and shook its head. Oh, yep. Look at him shake his head. He's not happy I've caught him, this guy. Don't think he's done just yet, this one. It's been interesting how the bite has completely changed. I don't know whether it's because initially I was fishing shallow water. Now I'm in, well, not deep water, but certainly deeper water. And that is a cracker of a fish. Let me tell you, there is none of that plastic left in out of his mouth either, so he wanted it. Or she, possibly. I have to show you this fish. Check that one out. That's a cracker, and look how deep that plastic's in there. So no lip hook for that guy. I think it most probably is a guy. It doesn't quite have the wide girth that I would think a female fish would have. But I'd say that's again another sort of low 50s sort of fish. Very, very, very nice. I said I'm not getting a huge amount of fish now. It's sort of one every half an hour or so, but the quality is pretty good. So there's the plastic that I've changed to, and as you can most probably tell, that leader is now wrecked. So I'm going to retie the leader, but yeah, that's a squidgy prawn 110 wriggler. Black and gold's the colour. Very effective little lure. Definitely doing the job at the moment. There's a fish. Only a little rattly one, but it's a fish. Gotcha, missed one. That one came back. Still feels a little rattly. Oh no, he's good fish. That's why he came back. Good fish. Oh, don't do that. Give me that net. So there the last fish is. There's that 110 squidgy wriggler in the black gold. Yeah, that'd be, I reckon, a 50. Like I said, I'm not getting fish after fish after fish, but certainly when I am getting them now, there's the odd squeaker, but the quality is improved. It's a nice fish. Well, a few more casts and then my flatty session is done and dusted. Fortunately, I'd love to stay longer, but yes, I have things to do, places to be. So a couple more casts and that will be it. So that's it for this PTP fishing. My little flathead session has come to an end. It's been a good little morning. I mean, the red hot bite I had early on as the sun came up obviously slowed down, but after that was sort of a fish every half an hour or so. I've been here for 4 hours and most probably picked up, I don't know, 10 to a dozen fish. Stoked with that. I've got my feed. I've put a bend in the rod, and I've certainly caught enough fish to put this video together. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget, like, subscribe, help me grow the channel. I'll catch you next time from PTP Fishing. See ya.